Can I get that finish the booze really faster real quick? I left my pencil in there.
Okay, writing down your homework. All right, writing that down, working on your glass. Missing a few prints. Yes. Oh, what, honey? Oh, sorry. Yes, ma'am. Oh, you know what? I think that's wrong. Give that back. Oh, we need 16. Next week. No. You know what? Me either, but I'm looking. I know I have it. All right, since I can't find it, sorry, ma'am. Here you go, dear. Take this one. Has my name on it. You can mark it out. There you go, dear. Sorry about that. I gotta find them. Weird. So, doing the blast a little bit different. What I've noticed is that I go over it and you all are diligent on copying the answers. That's not really helping me so much when it comes time for the blast. So instead, to get you more engaged, I'm going to give you time to talk about it in your group. You can make changes. You can leave what you have. It's completely up to you, but you'll have a chance to talk about it in your group. Somebody said to me, can we look back at our notes? Absolutely. If you want to look back at another blast or something that we've done in our notebook, you can use those resources. Okay, so if you are not with somebody that you can talk to and you would like to move to a group that has one person, then you can do that. So if you want to move back to where you are, you can do that. You have 3 minutes to decide on what your answer should be. So talk with each other, not giving you the answers. Was Matthew here this morning or no? Adam.
Oh, here.
I got it. You're good. Thank you, though.
Okay, got about 1 minute to finalize your answers. Use your voices to talk. Okay, and she needs number 1 too. So if you want to talk to her about what you did for yesterday, since she wasn't here, see if you can help her with that. And you also have tomorrow, you can work on it too. So just saying. Okay, any arguments I need to settle? Okay, please do not tell me when I hand these out. Well, I changed it because you told me to. You can keep whatever answer you think is correct. If you want to listen to someone and just do what they tell you to do, you have the freedom to do that. But you should choose what you think is the correct answer. All right, with that being said, please take out your interactive notebooks and turn to page 50. On page 50, we have some models that have been drawn. Only things missing is the answer. So what I would like you to do for these is you're going to look at the model that's been given. You are going to, in this space, write the equation that is shown, okay? So you're going to write the equation for this model. You're going to use the model to figure out what should go on this side. That means you're solving for y. So down here at the bottom, you're going to put y equals what to make it balanced. Okay, you're going to do the same thing with number 2. You're going to write the equation that has been modeled, use the model to find the answer. Okay, you have 2 minutes to do that. Okay, and the answers are listed. You're doing 1 and 2. Yes, you're doing both of them. A minute for each one, I think, should be enough time, but we'll talk about anything you're having trouble with. Tomorrow we have a quiz. How about number 1? What model? What has been modeled? Which equation is in the picture? Is what, Colin? Oh, sorry, Manny. I apologize. Yes. 4y equals 12. Do we agree? Okay, how am I going to take the model to figure out what y equals? Because the goal in algebra is to figure out what one of the variables is equal to. So how am I going to do that? What am I going to do? We've done two things. We've either taken away from both sides or we've split things up. What do you think, Jenna? I'm going to divide it up. So how many groups do I need to divide each side into? Yes, so if I have the coefficient helps, the coefficient tells me how many groups I need. So if I have 4 and divide by 4, it gives me 1. That's what I want, is one variable. So if I take the 12 and divide by 4, it's going to equal 3. That's how many are going to be in each of the 4 groups. So I can circle 1, 2, 3. There's 4 groups. So this one matches this one here, this one here, this one here. Almost looks like a rainbow. And what is y going to be equal to? Raise your hand if you chose A, B, C, or D. Any questions why B is the answer? It matches what I have at the top as far as what one of the smiley faces is equal to. All right, number 2, how am I going to, or what is the model showing? What's the equation? Peyton? Do we agree x plus 7 is 13? Okay. How am I going to show this one? Am I splitting it up again? What am I going to do to solve, Jayla? Notice, whenever you have the same symbol on both sides, to simplify it, just take these away, as long as you do the same thing over here. So if I mark out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I'm going to do the same thing on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And that's going to help me to find my answer. So at the bottom, raise your hand if you chose F, G, H, J. Any questions about how to use the models to solve? Okay, the next thing we're going to go to is last night's homework. Okay, so you're going to go into your computer, looking at last night's homework. And before you start looking at that, let me just tell you what you're looking for. When you open the assignment, you want to see the score. It was out of 12 points. So if you got a 12 out of 12, you don't have any red X's on any of the slides. If you have a number less than 12, however many less than 12 is how many X's you're looking for. Each slide is worth 2 points. You got 1 for the model. You had to use the model and show your answer. So if it was addition, how do I show my answer? I'm doing what on both sides? I'm subtracting. I'm bringing down those symbols. If it was a product term, then I'm grouping them. That I had to be a little more lenient on because there wasn't a whole lot of space in there. It's really the subtraction I needed to see. So even though you maybe modeled it correctly, you did not use the model to solve. So look over that. Okay, and raise your hand if you have any questions about what's marked wrong. Let me help you to understand it because we have our quiz tomorrow. Looking for red X's. The red X's, it's either on the picture. If there's something wrong with the picture, it's on the box if you had the wrong value for your variable. I will know that you have checked your work once I see your computer closed. The next thing we're going to do, so once you have finished, you are going to get 1 eraser out of the candy bucket. It's erasers, not candy. And 1 dry erase board out of the box. And you're going to need a dry erase marker. If you do not have a dry erase marker, then you are going to come to me with your planner. So I have something to hold on to make sure I get my dry erase marker back. Okay, so once you finish, look over the homework first. Then you will get your supplies for the next activity. Let Let me know if you have questions. I want to help you. Once you close your Chromebook, erasers are over there. You know what? I'm gonna put them together. And then I will come around and help. Just like we did at the top. So let me give you a hint for that for this. You put it on. Okay. And you didn't get it wrong for that because you didn't put it. So the last one. If you highlight it, hit Control Copy. C is for copy. And then you want to put the new one there. Control V. You make as many as you want. If that's too many, you can back arrow. And every time you back arrow, take one of them away. Does that help? So that's a good skill to know. Yes. Okay. So 7 on the side 9. So okay, so that's pretty much there and that kind of much different. Okay, good question. Any other questions? I'll be glad to help. Okay, I don't see anybody going out there. Once you close your thing, you're gonna get a board and an eraser and a dry erase marker from your stash. If you have questions, please ask so I can help you. Thank you for having homework done last night. That was a nice surprise. Yes, ma'am. You don't have a dry erase marker? Yes, ma'am. Did you see my note to you?
Yeah.
Okay, I was just worried about you. I know, you were really tired yesterday. Here. Your marker. Yeah. I don't have enough to do this all the time, so please. No, just because you asked. Okay. Trying to get the orange one, all one. Hey, we need to make sure we have our supplies. Ms. Tarnowski does not have enough markers to do this every time they're gonna run out. So make yourself a note that you have those markers. Anybody still need more time to look at their homework? Good, I see all computers closed and I think nobody in this class. One person out of dry erase marker. Come on, guys, you gotta have a dry erase marker as part of your supplies. So make sure you take care of that so you will have them.
I just found it.
All right, what we're gonna do is this. On your board, you are going to draw a balance. You're gonna draw a picture, a model for this equation. You're then gonna use these to model it and then solve it just like we were doing in the notebook, okay? So for this example, okay, what you're gonna do, I would turn your board like this just because then you have, it's a little bit longer and it gives you more space. At the top, draw your balance, put 3m equals 6. You're gonna draw your picture up here for this equation. You're gonna use your picture to then put what m is equal to, okay? Does that make sense? So write this on your board. If you wanna put the key, that's fine. I'm gonna set the timer. You have 2 minutes. Draw your picture and solve using your picture. 2 minutes. Okay, I'm recording this, so if those people at home are watching this video, you could use a sheet of notebook paper to do the same thing. So you could put this on the notebook paper and then you'll have a chance to check. Once everybody has a chance to do it, we'll go over the answer. Now, because you're drawing it, you can draw it to make it easy to see your answer. Okay, so then you're gonna figure out what M equals. So this you probably want to erase because you need some room for at the bottom to put M equals. And then use your pictures to help you find. Looks good, you can see it. So I should be able to look at your board to see how you got your answer. And I see it different ways, and every way I've seen it so far looks good. I mean, I want one of those. I want one down. So what we're gonna do both sides to figure out. All right. There you go. That makes sense. You're only going to use numbers you have. Some of you, the answer pops in your head. Okay. Should put this so you all can see it. All right, so what did you get M equal to? M was equal to, Zach, what'd you get?
2.
2. Anybody else get 2? Okay, so my picture to go with that, I saw it other ways. I saw some people circle the 2 smiley faces completely fine, and then they connected it to the heart. That works. I had this completely fine. I can see very easily what the 1 heart equals, so that's perfect. If you drew a line to it, perfect, circle it, that works. Questions? Okay, next one. You're going to, again, draw the model, write the equation, and then solve for the variable. Don't forget to use your model to solve. So once you draw the model, you're going to use it to solve. It's going to be a different way than the last way because we have a different kind of equation. A different kind of way to use the model this time. I see lots of right answers. Okay, so different kind, we're not matching them up this time. So whenever you have the same symbol on both sides, this last one that we did, we had hearts and we had faces. So we couldn't take away, so we didn't have the same thing. On this one, we have a constant on each side, and that allows us to mark out. So P should equal 6 is what I saw on almost everyone's board. Any questions? Okay, next. All right, model and solve. Now, this one you have the option of how you draw it. That's okay. Not just one way it has to be drawn. You gotta think of how I can see the equation and how you used it to solve. Tomorrow the quiz is pretty much this is what we're doing. You're gonna have models you have to write equations for. You have an equation, you have to draw the model for it, or you have to do like it's done in the notebook. And then we're gonna start solving without picture. 2 minutes is too long. Everybody's fine. You want any more time? Okay, what did you get for x equal to? What was x equal to? Was what, Abby? 2. Everybody get 2? All right, so here's my work for that. When I lined it up, I went ahead and did it this way because I knew because it was a product term, I had to split up the 10. So I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and I could see that each heart was 2, so x would equal 2. All right, next. Model and solve. Did we get x equal to, Michael, what'd you get? 4. Anybody else get 4? Okay, so this is one where you draw the picture, have circles on both sides. When I have circles on both sides, I can take them away as long as it's the same amount from each side. X is 4. Now, what we're gonna do next is I'm gonna give you a model. You're gonna copy the model. This is probably the hardest part of the whole activity. You have to copy the model onto your board. You're then going to write the equation underneath that model, and then use the model to solve. So you're going to copy the picture at the top. You're going to then write the equation underneath, and then you're going to use your model to solve for the variable. Questions? Okay, this is a circle. This is a square. All right, you got 2 minutes. Find some kind of pattern. Sometimes that helps. So like for me, for this one, I would draw 3 on the bottom, 2, and then 1. Over here, I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. So find some kind of pattern. It makes it a little bit easier to copy. Okay, then write your equation for the picture and use your picture to solve. All right, what did you get n equal to? So once you drew the equation, drew the model, wrote the equation, what was n equal to? What did you get? Manny? 2. Anybody else get 2? Okay, so if I flip it over, here was the picture. My equation should be 6n equals 12. I know when I have a coefficient, that tells me I have 6 n's, I only want 1 n. So I can divide both sides by 6. 1 n, 12 divided by 6 is 2. So 2 goes with each square. Any questions? Okay, now that we have that down, next one. Find a pattern to help you to copy. I think that's the hardest part, is copying the picture and use the picture to solve. cause F to be different. Equals. This shows that it's equal. What did we get F equal to? F was going to equal what, Angel? What'd you get? 5? Anybody else get 5? Okay, so maybe you miscounted. How many did you have on this side, Angel? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 dots here. On this side, there were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, so did not get that number. What should it be? What did you get? Jenna? Anybody get 4? Okay, so here you have the picture, and I had 7 on this side. If I take 7 away on this side, I should have 5 left. Question? Oh, sorry. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 left. So F would equal 4. Questions? All right, next. Two minutes. Copy the model. A little easier to copy this time, I think. And use the model to solve. Okay, about 20 seconds. All right, what is L going to equal? What is L going to equal? Liara, what you got? 2. Anybody else get L equal to 2? Okay. So for this one, we're not going to take any away. We're going to actually put them in groups. Because my coefficient is a 3, I can divide both sides by 3. 6 divided by 3 is 2. That means each of those 3 groups should have 2. 2 is equal to L. Copy. Solve. Use the key. what was C equal to? C is gonna equal, Grayson, what you got? Anybody else get C equal to 3? Okay, so on this side, you can see what the model was. Because I had smiley faces on each side, I could take 6 smiley faces away here, 6 here, leaving the check mark, which is C equal to 3. Questions? Okay, think you're ready for a challenge. The challenge is not a nice math problem. We've talked about nice math problems, right? Okay, so I'm just giving you a hint. This is not a nice math problem. You're going to have to think. Okay, so you're going to copy the model, write the equation, think about how you're going to solve it to figure out what H equals. Let's start. It's not a nice problem. Have to think a little bit. Well, you gotta think a lot. All right, raise your hand if you think you have the answer. Look. It's okay. I told you it's a tough one. It's ugly. It's an ugly math problem. Yeah, I said I try to give you nice ones. This one's not so nice.
Will we have stuff like this one as well?
No, and you will not have anything like this on your quiz. I just want to stretch your brains. Okay, so I did see 2 people that had the correct answer, which is awesome. Okay, so let's go through the steps. What would I do? How would I, first step, what would you do to simplify this? You would do what, Hayes?
Subtract 2.
Of the tic-tac-toes, hashtags, whatever. So if I take those away, what do I have left? I have what, Manny? Yeah, so you see a problem?
You can't take
Evenly. You can though. So if these were 4 people and these little hashtags were brownies, right? They were pans of brownies. How many pans, whole pans of brownies would each of those people get? How many, Hayes?
1.
1. And how many would be left? 2 of them. So what would I do with those 2? Cut them in half. And how many would each person get? 1 of those halves. It would be 1 1/2. You're not going to have anything like that on the SOL or on the quiz tomorrow. Any questions? Any questions about IXL? Nice job. So when I call your name, come up to get your planner and to give me my dry erase marker, and you can put your board and eraser in at the same time. Angel, Grayson, Liera, if you don't have a marker for me, you can go ahead and put that up. Come on, quickly, I need my markers. When I pull for them. Here. Harley and Jayla, Nanny and Miami. So I need them. There you go. There's a missing assignment in there for you. You weren't here yesterday. Manny, look at the missing assignment that's in there. There you go, Miss Jayla. Right there. All right, so I should have all my markers. Get your things together. Tomorrow we're having a quiz.